All right, welcome into our predictions for the final regular season game of the 2023 season. As you can tell, the standings are what they are. This is about how it's been all year long. The program in a big lead, the Border Patrol underwater again. They're drowning, but they're trying to get out of the water. And I don't know if Marco Marquez is the guy to do this, but we'll see.
Thanks, Todd, and thanks for your bad luck nuts from a couple of weeks ago. We don't like Todd's nuts on the Border Patrol. We learned our lesson. And we also learned our lesson about this Chiefs teams for this year. They're not really good of covering against the spread. One of the bottom teams in the league. I think they'll still have a nice lead early on, but the Raiders will catch up. The Vegas Raiders will get some garbage time points and hit the over with a little help from the Chiefs offense, of course, or I should say a lot of help from the Chiefs offense. Put the remaining $40 on the Pittsburgh Steelers -2.5 against the Cleveland Browns. Steelers still have a chance at a playoff berth, whereas the Browns, they're just trying to close out a season with some respectability after going into one with minimal.
Marco with a different tack there, going with the Raiders. You know, the Chiefs haven't done well with these big spreads, and Marco's going to go that way this time. All right, now let's move on to the zone.
I'm still believing in the Chiefs to cover, even though they haven't done that in a while, a couple of weeks ago against the Seahawks. But I'm going to take the Chiefs -9.5. I'm going to put $40 on the Chiefs -9.5. I do think they take care of business in Vegas. The over-under, I'm going to go under the total because I don't know how much Vegas is going to score. I know they did some good stuff against the 49ers, but we'll see week number 2 with Jarrett Stidham as the starting quarterback. Pittsburgh is -2.5. The Browns season is over. Pittsburgh can still make the playoffs. They're playing at the same time as the other games. They don't know what the result's going to be. All they got to do is win by less than a field goal. I will take the Pittsburgh Steelers minus the points in this one against the Browns.
All right, so Jason and Marco both on the Steelers for their wild card pick. We'll see how K-Dog does for the first place program.
I think the events of this week are going to affect players on both teams. The question is how. I think the more cohesive team will respond the best. There's no question that's the Chiefs in this game. I think if they get up early, I think the Raiders will go to sleep. So I'll take the Chiefs -9.5 for 40. I'll take the under for 30, and I'll take the Bills in a rally around the flag situation at home against the Patriots -7 for the other 30.
Curtis likes the Bills. They're laying some points, but they're probably going to have a lot of emotion playing the Patriots with all the good news now with Damar Hamlin's health. All right, let's move on now to Jack Johnson in the night shift.
I'm going to put $40 down on the Chiefs to cover in this game. Something about it just feels like it's going to be a high-scoring game, but far more on the side of Kansas City's offense. I really expect them to put up about 35 to 40-plus points in this game. Think of that offensive performance they had against the 49ers in the Bay Area, but I also think with the way Jarrett Stidham looked against the 49ers last week, the Raiders will get their points as well. So I can kind of see it in the ballpark about 40 to 28. I also want to take the over in this game because I'm going to take them to cover, and that score will be around 40 to 28. I think this game will not necessarily be close, but definitely hit the over in this game. I think just Patrick Mahomes is going to have that type of performance like he usually has in Vegas. Think last year as well, where he really put up the numbers and against this Raiders defense, which simply is not that good. And lastly, I don't know why I'm going to go with the Texans here, but the Colts have been that bad. The Colts right now are a 2.5-point favorite over the Texans. I will take Houston to cover in Indianapolis to close out the regular season.
All right, might as well go with the Texans, Jack. I don't know, they're doing fine. Texans have been pretty good lately. If you'd like to play along with the predictions, you can comment below or tweet us back on Sports Radio 810 WHB.